He would tell me, or like always, maybe the red light would come on. That's how I know we're rolling, because of the red light, everyone. Welcome back to the Curators Chat. It's your girl, Brucie Ana. I have one of my, this has been a long friendship. I feel like we're almost at 10 years, but I don't even know. Life's a little bit of a blur in your early 20s. I can't remember when I met Riah, but it was definitely at the beginning of my modeling career. Definitely at the beginning of my modeling career, I'd say. And I started modeling when I was 19, 20. But I would say Riah Bella is the owner of RV Love Pro. She is a producer, videographer, a creative director. She also just opened up her own studio that we filmed. We've actually been filming her for how many episodes? 3. This is our third one. My third episode going on in the Aura House, and they are open for bookings. So make sure y'all book Aura House. They do have a few sets. This is just one of the sets we use. Maybe do you think we're gonna be able to go around and show the sets?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Yeah, we can do
So we'll give you guys a little preview of all the different sets that she has there at the Aura House. What else can I say about you? Because I be want to give better introductions of people, because it's more than even a videographer, a creative director. I feel like you help so many people in the creative world. This is truly the person who put me in so many more music videos than my agent when I was signed. Got me introduced to more people in the city than I don't know, even going to performing arts, knowing people from performing arts. She's introduced me to people even outside of that scope. She was my first friend in the industry. And I just can't really put words to the person and the altitude of who she is. You're just so much more than even those words. You do so much. You literally, I don't know, CEO, boss, you really do all of that shit. You can do everybody's job, basically.
I really appreciate that.
That's her.
For real. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I be working hard, I do, and I appreciate just the acknowledgement. So, thank you.
So I know you recently have started becoming an artist and getting into that element of yourself, because when we first met, again, you were getting me in videos. I didn't really know that you made music until further down the line.
Yeah.
And how would you say that experience has been transforming into an artist and really starting to put yourself out there with your music?
It's been very interesting because for so many years, when I had first really jumped off the porch and really got into the entertainment, I was more so helping the artists and, putting the models in the videos, more, doing the things to help create the aesthetic and the full development of an artist. So when I stepped into my own artistry, it was really a form of my testimony. I had went through some shit, and it was the only way for me to really fully release it is by getting it out some way. And music really just was my calling, and that's just really it all, where it all really came from. And really, came out. I started making music though, back in my teenage years. Shout out my best friend Stephanie, her sister. Shout out my girl. She took me to the studio when I was 15, 16, and I recorded one of my first, a track in the studio, and that really inspired me to really keep going. And then from there, I was always introduced to music. My dad managed artists growing up. He threw parties. My mom was a model, so it was really just already around me. And so I have music that's out on YouTube, SoundCloud, that came out 11, 12 years ago. But I didn't really fully put myself out as an artist and actually take it serious and really push myself, in that lane until 2023, moving back, just coming back from a lot of things and overcoming it. Like I said, it was just my release.
Yeah.
But the experience has been very interesting. I love it though. It has its ups and downs, but overall, it's a part of me. So I love it.
Do you feel it's easier for you to work with artists now, also having that experience? I get you saying you've done music when you were younger, but now being an artist that you are managing yourself, would you say you understand things that artists go through more? What is how can you say you can relate to other artists more?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I be asking my questions so compounded.
Oh no, you good. You good. That's a good question. It actually it really helps me understand what I was even trying to do before when I wasn't an artist. You get what I'm saying? Like, it helps me really, just put my feet in the artist's shoes was, it's just an eye-opener to see how challenging it really is and how important it really is to have a team. So it opened up my eyes to make me realize how important I was to a lot of artists that I worked with. And, in my previous years in business, like, just how much of an asset I was, because now I want a me for me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I definitely, it's definitely like it's helped. And also just being an artist because of being a manager before or just, artist development, things like that. It's helped develop me as an artist. Like, sometimes I'll be my biggest critic, however, it all is just because, it's the business of music, Yeah. You want what's right. You want to do, what's right. But at the same time, I don't want it to take away from who I am. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So, I know you have your upcoming event this Friday, Behind the Stage. So, what part about Behind the Stage are you looking forward to the most that's going to be about your performance this Friday?
So, what I'm looking forward to most, like, shout out Andrew, shout out Radio Artifact, shout out Devin Burgess. But what I'm looking forward to is just being able to really showcase myself as an artist. I've, done shows, done open mics. I've done, a lot of things around the city, collab with different artists, work with different artists. However, I haven't really had a stage to really like display like what, why, and where and how. And I feel like I'm gonna be able to do that this Friday.
Okay. With the event upcoming this Friday, again, Behind the Stage, I don't even want to say like certain little parts about like your event. But, like, can you, like, tell, like, a couple of details of, like, what the experience would be like? Here at the Curators Chat, we like to know about the ass-shaking meteor.
Listen.
It better be a meteor of ass shaking.
Listen.
How about that?
I'm going to put you on a whole journey. Just because it's my music and my artistry has just been, like, the journey of my life. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be some ass shaking in that motherfucker. I have a special segment. I ain't going to talk about it too much. But I got some models. They're going to be turning up with me on the stage and doing our own thing. So definitely you want to be there. It might make you cry, but I'm definitely going to turn you up at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when I mean cry, I don't mean like on sad shit. But I'm just like, damn, like you just want to turn up. Having a good ass time, like that experience, we going to give you that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had some White Castles earlier. Don't judge. But White Castles, that's why I'm a little bit gassy. But White Castles is my favorite place in the world. Don't judge me. I am one of those people who go to White Castles in the daytime when I'm not drunk. They have all day breakfast.
They do.
This is not me trying to get a sponsorship from White Castles. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know that if there is something...
And they 24 hours.
Exactly. If there is something you don't like, there is something you will like there, I promise you. Yeah. Whether it be a cheesecake on a stick,
mozzarella cheese sticks,
a sausage, egg, and cheese.
So you can't go wrong with the mozzarella cheese sticks now. Got to say that.
They have...
And they brought the shrimp nibblers back.
They're only available during the summertime. That's how you know I go too much. I'm crazy. Sorry, I had to hear that.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I'm hip.
I know too much about White Castles. But speaking of Behind the Stage, there's no food at Radio Artifact, though, is there?
No, there's no food, but there's
a couple.
Yeah, come fed. I'm gonna actually hit up Andrew and see if I can maybe, my aunties and them, they cook, maybe able to set up outside, get you a plate. You know what I'm saying?
Well, something. Yeah. We love the food vibe here at the Curators Chat. We be having to know, like, little details, little ass shaking, of course, but, like, can we eat there? See, I be hungry.
Yeah.
Can we, of course, there's drinks. Like I don't think there's no 420.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a super long event, so you can still have fun or have whatever you want to do afterwards too. So the show should be over with like around 11:30 at the latest. So by the time if you want to zip out and go to the next venue, you're going to be there at the right time. It's going to be, the prime hours. So, but yeah, they don't have food, but there definitely will be drinks there, vibes, of course. And there's going to be a lot of people there to network with. That's the one good thing, that I like to do. I like to bring my people out and bring people together. So there will be a lot of people there to network with. maybe some,
You're a
business
networking
tables.
queen, for
Yes.
sure.
So you definitely want to come out. There's also, they're going to be doing like a special album release after our event for an artist. So there's definitely going to be the right people in the room to be able to network with. So artists, if y'all out there, you definitely want to be there.
Period. Radio Artifact this Friday. The episode will be out afterwards. We're sorry, guys, but we will still get some behind the scenes so y'all can see what the event was like.
Yes.
And you can keep up with Riah so you can see more events that she has coming on. Because I know you're working on a song that's going to come out.
Yes, Message, y'all. Message will be out at the end of this month. Stay tuned. You got to follow me to get the date and to be able to get the link to download the track. But it will be out everywhere at the end of this month, so be looking out for it. It's called Message. It's a fun song for the summer. And you can box to it, you can shake a little ass to it. However,
I feel like it's really a girl's song.
Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're a woman, I've heard a little sneak peek.
You gonna fucks with it, cause it's just really all about, how sometimes, and summertime girls, we outside. We got these niggas blowing up our phones. Now I'm gonna send you a message, baby. I'm gonna shoot you a text. I'm gonna let you know what it is. You just text me back. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get it better when you can read it. Yeah. So that's what the song is really all about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't always gotta have a conversation over the phone, face to face, baby. We could text, write me, send me a message. And maybe you can get the message. If I send it through a message, then maybe you can get the message. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then
now we
about to send a message right now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, tell a nigga.
Like, I'm shooting, hold on. They be like, baby, I'm shooting dice, I'm in the studio. That's me, hold on, I'm gonna text you.
That's women. You're not about to interrupt us.
No.
We'll interrupt y'all.
That part.
But back to a couple of your events you have going on. What else do you have coming up next?
So I got a couple things coming up. I have an event that's going to be coming up. It's in the works. Everything will be detailed and be coming out. So you have to make sure you follow me. Follow me, Riah_Bella. Everything will be right there. Just stay tuned. It'll be something to bring the artists back out in the community. I know myself and Siri, Miney, Tribe, shout out Siri. Just overall, we were really good with like bringing people out and bringing the community together and making opportunities for artists. So we're in the works of pretty much putting that back together and, creating that platform again. So you definitely want to stay tuned. Follow me, follow Siri, follow even, Nisha's chat. You feel me? Curators Chat. You want to make sure that you tap in so you can know what's going on. So, we all are a community and the unity is what really keeps us strong. So at the end of the day, if you see something on my page, if you see something on hers, 9 times out of 10, it's to connect us all. So make sure you support.
I get it from the networking queen.
Yes.
She gonna plug somebody for sure.
For sure. For sure.
And also, I don't know if you want me to mention that you said you just got a role.
Yes.
You just got an acting role. So now my girl's adding that to her portfolio. Yes. It just keeps going and going.
Yes.
And going.
Yes. I had got into some acting some years ago. I did a film. I was ahead. Shout out Don Cheeto and everyone that came here to the city and put that together. I went on, onto the film to work behind the scenes because y'all know I love working behind the camera. However, opportunity came about for me to get a role in front of the camera. So that was just pretty much how it all came about. And, I've been working and just homing in on just myself. And so we definitely got some shit on the work. So be on the lookout. I'm going to be on the screen again, y'all. You're going to check me out. I'm going to be a little character. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a little foxy, little sassy side of me. However, it's all about who I am. So, yeah.
Like, literally, all the things you do, I feel like, are just a part of who you are, too.
Literally, girl. Literally.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's because you're a mother that you're like a mother to the whole industry.
And you know what's crazy? I had someone ask me this question. I was on like a little date. And they were like, if there was one word to describe you, what would it be? And I literally said the mother. I love nurturing and, just making people feel comfortable and at peace because I know how that is. And I know that's something that a mother does bring and give, and just being able to feed and give you something to think about and learn, and knowing that you can make that call, like you got that friend in that person. So, I've been that, but when life happens and you don't really start getting that in return, you know, you get kind of like rerouted, you know what I'm saying? So I had to step back from a lot of things and being that for everybody else, and how to start mothering myself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And pouring that same energy I was pouring out to others into me. And that's really where, you know, everything just, you know, started blossoming for myself. I started learning so much more about me, what I really liked, what I really enjoyed, and, you know, just even that I really enjoy making music, you know what I mean? Things like that. So, you know, just anyone out there, like, home in on you, and you will really understand and get what you need to do, and let that resonate with you the way that it needs to.
So I know you are also like one of the few females also in the industry as like a producer, videographer. What would you say would be the hardest part about being a woman in this industry that's so male dominated?
Yes.
So male.
I would say just being a woman in the production world, you have to be comfortable with wearing different hats. You know, I've been usually on set, I may get booked to just cast the models, and then I get there and there is a need for the production assistant and stuff. So you just have to be okay to be able to play whatever position is needed at that moment and not feel like you didn't get called for that. You get what I'm saying? Like, as long as you get in that room and you're able to show and be a help to the production, to the set, be that. I've had to learn to just not be timid, you know, because it is a male dominated. I know we're just, as natural women, we learned or like taught to just kind of fall back when there is a man in front to take lead. And in this field, it's all about your direction. So it taught me how to really express myself and express my voice, because there is a lot of times where, you know, you can see something that someone else doesn't see. And because you may feel intimidated or feel, you know, just being a woman, the only woman in the room, you may be like, should I say something? Should I say something? And I'm that woman that's going to say something like, hey, nah, we should move this over here so that way the light can't hit this. Because that's what I'm here for. And you have to play that position. And that's really, you know, how I've been able to, you know, stand stern and stand strong in this field. And just learning, like, it's okay to do it all by yourself as well. There's no I in team. However, it is okay to learn how to do everything yourself. So, you know, having to wear many hats, pick up the camera, learn how to shoot. Pick up the computer, learn how to edit. You know what I mean? Learn how to cast, because you never know what is needed, and you can fulfill that position with whatever is needed for that set, because every set is different. Every production, you know, film is different. Every music video is different. Working with different videographers is different. Different photographers need different things. So just really learning how to read the room and learning what's needed and being that's really how you really, like, you know, as a woman, you gonna get further. It's just by knowing, learning, and standing firm with what you see, and stand on it and speak on it.
Period.
Yes. And actually, you know, RB Love, that's what the L stands for. Love yourself. U stands for be unique, and V stands for have a voice to be heard. I made that up when I was 16, and it's been my company name now. I'm 30-something. I ain't gonna put my name out there. Never ask for her age. Just know I'm 30-something, so it just lets you know, like, you know, that's really what I stand for. You have to love yourself. You got to be unique, and you have to have a voice. And that's what really molded and started RB Love Pro, and we still here today.
You definitely always had a voice on set. Like, that's something I can always, like, remember about being on set with Riah. Like, everything has to be perfect. Like, especially, like, if she brought you on set as a model, that's believe for sure. Like, you not, if something's off, like a little hair, a little, like, she is making sure at all times, like, she's never about to have you out there looking crazy.
Yes, because
I'm sorry, she don't want you to look crazy. I'm sorry.
Yes, and I got you, you know what I'm saying? I got you, ladies. I know how I be, but I'm going to make sure you good before we even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got you looking crazy out there either. Because a lot of these dudes out there, let's speak on it. A lot of these videographers, photographers, come on now. Y'all know y'all need to fix the model's hair, or at least let the woman know what's going on. Y'all see it. You know what I mean? And if y'all need some help and y'all need some assistance on your sets, just book RP Love Pro. You feel me? We got you. You can do your job, I'm gonna do mine. It's that simple.
And what she say? We need unity.
Yes.
Okay.
UNICY.
To all come together. Because we are better, like, as a community when everybody is all together. I definitely will say that in the whole, like, industry. Like, it's been a whole lot of toxic shit I've known. With, like, even with, like, venues and people booking with venues and stuff now in Cincinnati lately. Like, it's been a little bit toxic. And have you, like, been through anything you, like, feel like with these venues with... I don't know. Again, we don't do the messiness of like names, but like anything that you would say that's like an experience you want to share that's been when it comes to Cincinnati.
There's been a few. However, I just feel like overall, I've had good experiences and I've had bad experiences, but it's all about the people and the energy that you are bringing into the venue. But, you know, one experience is just like, I wouldn't necessarily say the quote unquote racism, but there is, and there was at one point where, you know, people like myself or like ourselves were not able to do things at certain venues. However, throughout the past 5 years, we broke those barriers. Shout out to myself, Siri, Imani, you know, Tribe, so many different other people, not to just name drop just ourselves, but broke those barriers to be able to bring our community into these spaces. And I don't want to throw no shade on nothing. I feel like that's a monumental thing and a huge, powerful thing. Because I remember when I first started going out, everything was kind of segregated. You could go to some places and, you know, you're going to get all different types of races. The different communities are all in one, but it was very rare and it was more like an underground type of scene. Now, when you go places, everybody is out together and I love that. And it took a while. So I want to just speak on the positivity and how the change has happened in the community and different people, you know, like I said, like ourselves that step in the rooms and create that change and be the change that we need to see. And now look, you go to certain venues, not to say the names of the venues, but you go to these venues and now our community is welcome there without us even having to be throwing an event there and things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, just, yeah. So I say that. I ain't gonna throw no, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. Because I do got some stories, because y'all club owners crazy.
See,
Let's say that.
I've
Cincinnati club owners are very wild. Well, their crazy part is some of them not even owners, club managers, all that.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna do all that. It's all love.
It's definitely, I feel like, you know, a ladder. Would you say a ladder? I don't know.
Levels.
It's levels.
To this shit.
Definitely levels. I'm happy, like, you can say, like, that definitely was something that you were a part of. And that's definitely something that, like, has changed in the community as far as like us being allowed in different spaces that like you really wouldn't see too many of like us people different, like people mingling and everything like that. I will say too, I really feel like it's kind of like starting to like even like spread to even Kentucky, because I was never like aware of like going anywhere in Covington. Like that was not somewhere like we would like, I'll say if you ever visit Cincinnati, Ohio, we will hardly ever go to Covington as a Black folk. But we definitely now are starting to have like a couple places where I like have heard have been like events where you will see us people there. And
yes,
that was it.
Yes, and shout out Covington. I'm actually in the works. We're gonna be doing something out there as well. At one of the venues out there, so we will be expanding. So, you know, if anyone in Covington, Newport, Florence area that want vibes, I know a lot of people don't really want to travel all the way to Cincinnati on the weekends or, you know, during the week, especially artists that do want to get their music out there. We will be doing something in Covington real soon, so be on the lookout for that as well.
But Cincinnati, I really feel like it's starting to become a vibe. Like, I really feel like when we grew up, like you said, like, we didn't really go to so many different places. Right. Like, it's so...
We was on Retton Road.
It's so much to do now. There's so many, like, even with food, like, again, I'm sorry, going back to Me thinking about food, my fat ass. But but even with like our culture with stuff to do, like we have so many rooftop bars. Like
Yes.
we have so many. I can't even.
I
Like,
love going out here now because I don't have to go to the same place every time I go out. Before
everything's
it
not
was
about like. I feel like everything's not also about drinking too. Like you don't have to drink at every
Yes.
single spot too.
You could just vibe, eat, have a good time, play some games.
Yeah.
That's what I love too. Is what I've been liking too is a lot of the bars and just clubs or just social gatherings places. There's a lot of things for you to do. You can play a game, color, shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things for you to do at these venues, and I definitely want to just shout out the city for that because it's definitely a vibe. We need to put the guns down and stop the shooting and the violence because that's gonna definitely stop a lot of these things, and a lot of people have invested a lot of money to create these
Spaces.
for us to be able to have these fun places to do. We always complain it ain't nothing to do in Cincinnati. Well, there's a lot of things to do now, and y'all fucking it up by keep pow and all that. And
They just had an Adult Swim. I saw it looked like it was really fun. I wish I would have got to go.
Yes, things like that.
I think that
could
was
keep
hosted
going.
by Zap.
Shout out Zap,
the DJ.
Hey, that's my boy.
Yeah.
When I'm in the bar and I can, do you want a revolution? Whoop whoop. Then turn around and I'm dancing FREE, nigga, free. Listen, I feel like I went to church. Shout out Zap.
Period.
For real.
Yeah, we love Zap over here at the Curated Chat and at the Aura's house. Shout out to you.
Yes.
But he has adult nights, like definitely jump in. There's been a whole bunch of like, even on Juneteenth, I know you just had an event with all the kids.
Yes.
Like it was an event like that Riah threw with a whole bunch of kid vendors, kid performers, and like, but can you tell me some more about that event? Because I actually missed that one, unfortunately.
Yes, shout out Sweet Sisters Splash, United Way, Selfie Cincinnati, Selfie Sissy, museum. I mean, just so many different people that were involved. Just to name a few. There was more. That's just naming a few. However, it was just beautiful for us as small business owners and nonprofit, owners and things like that to come together, but give an opportunity to the next. My son was there. He got to display his lemonade, him and one of his friends. Shout out Romel and Riley, Lemonade Legends. They were able to display their lemonade and, get some donations. And there were, children there selling jewelry, outfits. I mean, their own paintings, socks, whatever, just lip gloss. So many different things at all different ages. And it was just inspiring just as a mother, because I'm all about, I'm a mother hustler. So whenever I could bring my kids out and they could do something while mommy is doing something as well, it's always a beautiful thing because we set in this home. I don't always have to leave. All right, mommy got a show. I got to go here. They could come with me in certain things. So I was able to perform with the kids and they were, doing their thing. It was down at Ziegler Park where they had the adult pool, swimming. We were just talking about. So it was at the same park. But just for example, those spaces like that where so many different things can be done at it. We can have an adult swim, we can have a kids swim, we can have a Juneteenth event, things like that. So it was right there at Ziegler Park. So it was cool. The water, park was open for the kids. The park was open. We had the whole grass area. It was dope, girl. It was dope. And I love doing things like that. I tried to, quarterly do things for the youth and do things for the community, just with my company and as myself as an artist, because these kids, they see themselves in us. And, we have to show them that it's okay to be you. You want to do this, you can do it, So that's my main mission.
Shout out to the kids.
Yes.
They're definitely the future. I don't play about no kids.
Yes. Yes.
And I definitely love the mother that you are, too. Like, the fact that you do teach your kids, like, to be who they are and have something that they, like, enjoy and want to display it to the world. Because that is, like, really powerful to be able to, like, not only put yourself out there, but allow your kids to put themselves out there, too. Because I know, like, I don't know. I come from a family of, like, I'm, like, looked at as, like, the black sheep. Like, I'm the first person to really, like, play an instrument. I'm the first person to really, like, I love music, but I never got to the, like, wanting to create my own music. Like, I did, like, being, like, behind the scenes on the producer end, like, when I did take, like, a music, like, tech class, but it was, like, I always, like, I never got that far into it yet. But I would say, like, coming from a family that, like, again, I've done things that they have not done, like me being on YouTube, me having a podcast, me talking so much about my life and displaying so much of my life on the internet and whatnot. So, like, I would say I commend you, because, like, I come from a family of it's like I'm the first to do it, and I know, like, when I do have my kids, like, that's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to also accept. Of, like, I don't know. I feel like I will accept it, but I'm not there yet, you know?
Yeah.
I don't have any kids yet. So.
My parents always pushed myself and my brother, you know, to the fullest. They were married, you know, they got divorced and they separated. However, they never, you know, lacked them being there for us. And I feel like that goes a long way. And that them setting the tone that way for me, that's why I am the way I am with my kids. You know, no matter what's going on, mommy gonna be there and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And that's how my parents always were. Like, they still support me still to this day. Like, my dad, he would be at my shows, like, you know, right there, first seat, whatever I need, he's there. My mom, the same way. And that's what everything, I used to cheerlead growing up. You know, I was in theater and things like that. So it's always been something I always was interested in. I feel like the older I got, the more it was just like, all right, let's go, take off. And, you know, the opportunities came about really when I graduated from high school. I got an opportunity to start throwing events at Mad Frog.
Okay.
Shout out Donnie Young, TC, Master Fresh, DJ J-Do, you know, even DJ Fresh too. You know, my girls, I don't know if y'all remember Pretty Tiggy, Kalina, Stephanie, Melina, all of us, you know, we all were together and throwing these events, and we started an all-female promotion team, Luscious Hustle. And that's what really started it all. Like, we started throwing the events, and that really got me out there. So with that, that's how I started working with the models, because then models wanted to come join our team. And that's how I started my production company, because at that point I had access to the models. The artists needed models, the clubs needed models. So it was like, okay, I'll be the point of contact for the models. And that's what really kind of like started RB Love Pro and molded everything. And so I just used it all and put it all in one. So yeah.
That's beautiful.
It really does go hand in hand. Just like, you know, any advice for any up and coming parents out there, or parents that are out there, let your kids be them and just push them to, you know, to their dreams, because you never know what it will turn into later on in life, you know. Don't discourage them. Always motivate them, no matter what it is, because we need people like ourselves just to be able to keep others going. So you never want to, you know, damage them from the beginning, and then they start damaging people later on. So
yeah. So out of all of the events that you have been a part of and you've done in your career, which would you say, not even just events, like people, okay, actually, this is going to be one of the long questions, because I want to know, like, I want to just hear you talk about, like, a few of them, like your favorite events, your favorite, like, artists to ever work with, like, your most, like, memorable artist, the one that, like, is up there, even if it's not even, like, your favorite, like, the one you just remember having, like, the most gratitude to being able to work with. And I will say, like, your favorite event that you have put on as an artist so far. But, like, you know, one starting out your career, one about the artist, and then you as an artist, and your favorite event you put on as you as an artist.
Ooh, so I would say my favorite events that I threw were at Glitter. It was the Treehouse before it was Treehouse. We had Glitter, and I was like the assistant manager of the place. I helped the owners pretty much keep it all organized. But what I love most about doing that is, one, I was able to start my female promotions team that I later started after Luscious Hustle, which was a couple of years later, which was La Bella Ladies. So I had like 15 girls. Like, we would throw events at Treehouse before it was Treehouse. It was called Glitter. But we would go to Walmart and like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and buy all the glitter and literally pour glitter on the floors. So when you left glitter, you had glitter on you. Literally, it was glitter. That was what it was. And I don't know if people knew that, but we literally would go. They would give us the money to literally, I would go drive to these different places, go to Walmart, wherever they would have the big, bottles of glitter, and I would throw the glitter all over the floor. We'd be doing that before people came into the, to the night. But that's probably like my like funnest like venue like and like events that I used to throw. The one artist, I enjoy working with all the artists that I have worked with in my career. I do a little name drop, like Season. Shout out them dudes. I know a lot of people know Season now is Season. But I was working with them dudes at a point. We did a lot. Was on the road. That was like an amazing time. I was younger then, so young and hungry. So it taught me a lot. I was managing a boy group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was dope. But like I would say like my best experience will be with Speed Walton. Shout out Speed. The city knows him as Bugs the Rocker. Shout out Bugs the Rocker, whatever you want to call him. That was like working with him was like the most pivotal time in my career. I was able to like actually get into the industry and see so many things and get put to work. Mm-hmm. In a good way. Like he believed in me no matter what it was. Like he knew like, all right, I'm gonna let Riah know what's up, and some kind of way we're gonna come up with a solution to execute whatever city we was in, whatever. Like we went on tour. It was just a very dope experience, and it taught me that I could do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was different, working with artists and doing things on the local level. No disrespect or nothing. I love working with people, no matter what level you're at. I don't care if you're at the lowest or the highest. But it was just, my first experience actually in the industry, was with Speed Walton, and just seeing how the game works, like being on road, tour buses, like, actually like sleeping in a car, like having to get up. We got a show the next day. Like that whole experience, I got to have that with Speed. So shout out Speed Walton. And events and stuff like that. I also we threw events Somerset and at Alice. We threw an event a couple years ago at Alice. It was dope. 3 different rooms, 3 different activations. You feel me? We had a speakeasy vibe in the middle. The other room we had open mic, so poetry, R&B, rap, whatever it was. And then we had a rec room where literally it's the mic coming down from the ceiling, lights going crazy, projector screen going crazy. You got people rapping, freestyling, DJs going crazy. You got people breakdancing in the middle of the floor. I mean, everything you can think of all in one place. You feel me? And just those things and those experiences that's what fuels me and keeps me going. Yeah, so those are my like greatest experiences and things like that. Like, also shout out Young X. He has Timeless. Evan, working with him and Jamie Shea, different artists like that, really helped me really understand and know what I wanted to do out here. And, so shout out to everyone. Like, I don't want to, not name anyone or anything like that, because y'all, like, it's all love. Like, everybody. I just, those are just very pivotal points in time in my career where it stood out and has definitely molded me to who I am today.
And, of course, the last one, your favorite event as an artist?
I would say... Okay, so last year, we got booked down in Texas, South by Southwest. I did a show down there at Brandy Renee's when we had first launched my R&B group. Shout out Brandy Renee, shout out R&B. You can follow us everywhere. We have music out, and we have some music coming out as well. We are individual artists, so we come together and we put music out together and collaboratively. And we created R&B, but we had a show down in Texas, and it was just so lit. Like, the energy was everything. I mean, we had people dancing. Like, it was just everything, to where those same people that we met that day still support us still to this day. Like, and it just...
I love that about when you go, like, out of town, too.
Yes.
Like, the people that you bring back, like, with you, a part of your community now.
Yeah, that was really, like, a good that was one of my best like events to be a part of as an artist. Just being away from the city, and you know, we had just created our group and we just took it on the road, like let's go, you know, put all our faith in the Most High, and just to get that feedback off of just, you know, we have been practicing, going to the gym, you know, putting in work, rehearsals, being in the studio, really
being artists.
Yeah, and to be able to get that reaction from people that didn't even know us, didn't know anything, you know, they didn't know that we just started our group a couple months prior, you know. So that was everything. That was everything.
Speaking of different events you have going on, I know there's an event that's very dear to you that you're going to be having coming up this October, and this is like maybe like your third year in a row, and it's something that's like dear and near, you know, close to you, I would say. I'm trying to find the words. But would you like to talk about that event you have coming up in October?
Yes. It's crazy, girl, because, you know, y'all, this really my friend. So she knows a lot that I went through. You know, she knew me before and after, you know what I'm saying? So
that's why
it is a very
you have the
sensitive
floor if you want to like even indulge on how deep of like a connection you have with this, or even like, I don't know, a message you want to give to women out there.
Yeah. Once
you're like talking about your event, but
yeah. And I really appreciate that, because as women, you know, we have to have those safe spaces. And that's something that I created. It's called Protect Our Women. What Love Means is my organization. It pretty much is just like a safe space for women to come to that are survivors and that are victims of domestic violence. I am a survivor of domestic violence. My situation got pretty traumatic, very, very traumatic. It was all over the news. It's something that really super changed me as a person overall, and just, you know, really, you know, opened up my eyes to a lot of things, because you just never know, you know, who people are until, you know, you see who they are. And I just want women out there, you know, if you are going through domestic violence, or if you have been through domestic violence, there is a way out, and there is a tomorrow. You know, there was days that I didn't even think I would be even having this conversation right here, you know, right now, to be able to speak on it. You know, just being in those dark places, but getting myself out of those dark places and knowing where I came from. Like, I didn't come this far to just come this far. And women, we gotta just keep our minds right. I understand, like, you know, being in that situation, you know, it opened up my eyes to a lot, because, you know, we be blind to it, like, oh, that'll never be me, or that can't be me. We watch these movies, we see things, you know, we see people around us go through things, like, nah, but you never know, like, and that can be you. Nah, I'm the first to be a witness or a testament to say that. And you just have to know your resources, know the laws, know your rights as a woman in these situations, to be able to protect yourself, because that's what it's all about, no matter what it is. And it's not just about domestic abuse. This can come from your parental, you know, so kids out there, you know, just you walking outside and just being abused in the street, just period. It's a crazy world out here. You could literally walk outside of your door and get attacked. So you have to know, as women, we have to know how to protect ourselves and how to read the room and how to see these red flags. And that's what, you know, why I started What Love Means. And instead of, you know, living in my pain, I just turned my pain into power. You know, it wasn't easy, because I kind of, you know, I just put myself on the front line. But that's what we got to do as soldiers. You got to put yourself on the front line, because who else going to move the movement? You feel me? Who's going to move the movement? Who's going to put a stop to this? You know what I mean? If I got to get up and I got to put myself out there to show what I've been through, so people can understand that it's really going on. Because a lot of people didn't know, because I hid it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hid this shit. I did, because everything I do is public. You know what I'm saying? I post everything I do. I make music. I'm out here. You see me do interviews. Everything I do is out in the public. I bartend, things like that. So, you know, I hid it. And that made me suppress a lot. So that put me in a dark place, got myself out of that, came back to the city. And now this will be my third year, my third annual domestic violence walk. The first year, you know what I mean? It was something more personal for me. So I didn't really care who came out. I wanted to walk the streets myself, to really, you know, tell people this got to stop. And from that, it just grew. The news got involved. You know, shout out Women Helping Women. Shout out MTAP. You know, different people that actually got involved to really come together and help, you know, help this.
Spread
and
the
help,
message.
and spread the awareness that this is a thing. This is something that needs to be discussed. Last year we did it during Blink, so we caught some attention. You know, definitely caught some attention. And, you know, this year I'm going to do it even bigger. You know, we always do it on the way downtown. I'm going to do the same route. We start in Clifton, start at UC campus, and we go downtown. You know what I mean? And just stay tuned. You'll see the flyers. You'll see the, you know, the movement. This time I want to see more people out there. What I love is this year we had a lot of men show up. And I love that, you know, because, man, we need your protection too. You feel me? We got to stick together. So stay tuned this October. Domestic Violence Walk, hosted by myself, you know, curated by me. We starting in Clifton, ending downtown. Come on, y'all. Let's spread awareness and let's get this stopped in our community because it really does have to stop.
And we all need to be together on it, on one accord, and
Yes.
unity with it for things to stop too.
Yes.
So support. Make sure you follow Riah. And I will lead with our last question, speaking about the Aura House.
Yes.
So how would people go about like booking, or is there anything you want to like that's really special and unique to booking at the Aura House that you want to talk about?
Yes, so we are pretty much almost 2 months in here at the Aura House. Just got the, you know, getting everything together. We're building sets. We're going to have a little video pretty much rolling, and you'll be able to really see what's going on. But we're really in here building everything hand by hand, getting different props, getting different things to be able to create and bring your visions to life, your ideas to life. This is the Aura House. You know, it's all about spreading good energy. I'm all about good vibes and good energy. So this is a good energy house. Literally anything on production side, we could take care of it, from photography, videography, even audio production, where we have a full running audio studio as well. I'm an artist myself, so, you know, I'm going to make sure that I have a hub that I could just fully create. And being an artist and being in the artistry, I know that having a safe space to be able to express yourself is so important. So that's where the creation, you know, came about with Aura House. It is, you know, a collaborative space with my company, RB Love Pro, Clear Cut Visuals, and Dirty O Records. We're pretty much all in this space, and we all work together. And we're doing the damn thing. You feel me? We're doing the damn thing. Building everything, like I said, from the ground up, not just for ourselves, but for us out here, so we can continue to create and have a safe space to create. So welcome to the Aura House. If you want to book, follow us on Instagram, which is aurahouse.art, aurahouse.art. Go ahead, shoot us a DM, and we can send you out that link, and it'll take you to everything that you need to know.
And make sure you follow my girl, Riah.
Yes.
And
follow me, Riah_Bella.
her new song's coming out, Message. You have to follow her to get the dates on that.
Yes.
And of course, just be on the lookout for many different events. Her domestic violence walk coming up soon. And we love you guys over here at the Curators Chat. And peace.
Peace. Yay.
Go ahead and pause it.